Speaking of April showers, the first line of defense in keeping water out of your basement is a good downspout and gutter system. And because you don't really know if everything's okay out there till it rains hard, this is the season to make sure. We're at a house in Geneseo with Suburban Construction.
Gutters are one of the most important things on a home. A lot of times we get rainfall, especially here in the Midwest, snow, ice as well. So we want that water to get away from the foundation. If it does end up seeping through the foundation, it can get into your basement, cause water erosion. You can have up to 1,000 gallons of water in a rainstorm, all in one shot. That water has to go somewhere. Where we don't want it to go is in and around your foundation. You've got to get it away from the house so you don't get that water in your basement. Gutters have evolved somewhat over the past 100 years. They started out using a galvanized steel, and then they switched to aluminum, but they would piece it together so you'd have a lot of seams, a lot of cracks in the runs of gutters. So that would cause leaks, especially when the winter came along. You get a lot of ice buildup inside gutters. That would stretch, expand, and contract the gutter itself. So a lot of those seams would pop and you get some leaks. Now we do a fully extruded single run of a gutter, so there's no seams, they're all seamless gutters, and the material has really come a long way, as well as colors. So we can do a powder-coated aluminum and a white, obviously, and we can do a lot of the browns and the earth tones that a lot of folks like, all the way up to black, if that's what they want on their house. Yeah, we have actually a brand new gutter machine. A lot of folks are still using outdated equipment. Some gutter companies are using machines that are over a half-century old. So they're 50 years old. They're still doing the job okay for them, but they're not extruding the gutters the way they probably should be to make sure that we get that nice pitch and that water flow to get away from the house. Downspouts are probably one of the key factors in your new gutter system because that's the system that's taking the water out of the gutter. I mean, you can have a 10-foot trough on the side of your house collecting all that water, but if the downspout isn't properly installed, that water needs to get out of there. It needs to get out of the gutter. So placing those downspouts in the proper position is key. You can have the best material in the world, you can have everything, the machine can be the best in the world, but if it's not installed properly, that's a huge issue. We want to make sure that it's installed right and that we take care of the customer. So installation is probably the most important part of the whole process.
There you go. There's all the information for Suburban Construction, phone number, website. It is that time of year to handle all these home improvement issues at your house. So take some inventory and keep everything safe and sound.